Alright, to create our snake game, we'll first create a new project, then choose the sprite option, then click on paint option. This will open a costumes tab. Once we are here, we are gonna paint our snake. So I'm gonna select the green square, then for the color I'm gonna do saturation 100, then I'm gonna select a slightly greenish tint and go brightness down. This will give us a dark green color. That's what I want. Alright, perfect. Then we're gonna make the eyes of these snakes. Once you're here, you have to deselect the box. Once it's deselected, we can make the eyes. To make the eyes, I will simply drag the saturation tab towards 0, the brightness towards 100. This will give us the white pieces of the eye. Once a white piece is there, I will slightly adjust it inside the head of the snake. Then I'm gonna press Ctrl C and Ctrl V, which is the copy paste shortcuts. Then I'm gonna place it here. Once it's there, I'm gonna again deselect it, again choose the square, and this time I'm gonna go black. This will give us the black eyes of the snake. You can see I have not deleted the cat sprite. I will delete it afterwards. Once it's here, do mind that the head should be pointing in the right direction. It's best for the. We are gonna then adjust the size to, let's say 80. Let's try 80, or let's go further down, 60. 60 size is the best one here. Alright, once the body is done, I'm gonna use the color picker to again select this color and make the body of the snake. Alright, that's it. And to add a little details, I'm gonna select the brush option, then I'm gonna select this brightness up, and then I'm gonna draw some spots on the body of the snake. So let's code it. First we are gonna delete this sprite. We are gonna add a backdrop. So let's go choose a backdrop from this option. We can just add a blue sky, that's fairly enough, or we can paint our own sky. So let's go and delete this. We also don't need this. We are gonna create a, let's say, do mind the color you are choosing for the background must be very opposite to this color. So you can choose maybe a bluish tint, a dark bluish. That's good. So I'm gonna just select a dark blue here. That's gonna give us our background. This looks fine, or I can go a little darker with the color. Alright, that looks fair enough. Now we are gonna come back to the code side of the project. Here we are gonna click on the sprite 2, that is the snake sprite. Now we have to first add the when flag clicked, when green flag clicked. This denotes that when this green flag is clicked, our snake will move or the game will start. Firstly, I am gonna have to add movements. So how are we gonna do that? We are gonna use this button. When space is clicked, we are gonna use this instead. This option, we are gonna use this option, and we are gonna use this option. So we also need a forever block. Alright, so we are gonna be using these blocks. Let's keep it aside, and we are gonna duplicate this one 4 times. Let's zoom out a little. Now look on this screen. You can see 2 letters here. One is X, one is Y, and you can see the corresponding arrows. So the meaning, this arrow spans from left to right. That means this is our X-axis, or you can imagine a line going through here named X. This is our Y-axis. You can see the up and down arrow denoted by Y. This is denoted by the Y-axis. So what we are gonna do is, every time we are gonna click the up arrow key, we are gonna be moving in the Y direction by 10. So it's gonna be, and this is the positive side, this is the negative side. So and this is the center. So center is denoted by 0 0. That means 0 in the x-axis, 0 in the y-axis. Every time we go up, the value in the y-axis is gonna go up. So where is it? this is the one we need. Set by y by 10. Once it's done, we are gonna just attach it. Now in the opposite direction, that is the down direction, we have to attach another y by change y, but this time we are not gonna do 10, we are gonna do -10. That means the value decreases in the y direction, and we are gonna arrange it likewise. Now we are gonna place one here and one here. This one we are gonna change into left arrow, and this one into right. And that means this one controls the up arrow key, this one controls the left arrow key, this one controls the down arrow key, this one controls the right arrow key. Alright, so we are gonna attach the, here's another knowledge block. Every time you go right of the map or display area, the x-axis value will increase, and vice versa. When you go on the left of the map, the value of the x-axis will decrease. That means -10. This will give us our movement. We also have to do another thing, that is at this block, move 10 steps. Alright, let's play. Now you can see the snake is moving, but we have a problem. You can see right off the bat we can control the movement of this thing, but it's not moving in the correct direction. One more thing, instead of dragging the snake on repeatedly, we can do a thing. We can always put a go to xy coordinates here when flag is clicked, and then press the and then change the values in it according to where we want our snake. So this one looks correct, -113 and -9. So we're gonna place that in here, -113 -9. Alright, that's gonna give us our starting position. I might as well add a size change block. It's, I think, in the here, set size to 100%, because we can resize. It may happen that we resize it accidentally. Instead of resizing to the correct size, we are just gonna add a block that says, I'm also gonna reduce the size a little bit. That looks perfect. Now moving back, every time we click the start button, the snake will be resetted to this position. Next we are gonna add a block that changes the direction of the snake, or the head of the snake. So you can see right here, I have taken the point in direction block that gives us 90. That means every time the snake is pointed right, this should be 90. We are gonna also add this block in every movement controller. So every time the snake looks left, the value should be -90. Okay, every time the snake looks up, the value should be 0. You can see the arrow is pointed up. Every time the snake looks up, it should move there. Every time the snake looks right, it should be 90. Every time the snake looks down, it should point in down direction. Let's see. That's exactly the movement we want in our snake. Very good. Alright, we are very close to our finished game. Next what we are going to do is add a score variable. So make a variable. Alright, and I'm gonna name the variable score for this sprite only, and select for this sprite only, and then press OK. This one has given us score. Once we are here, I'm gonna be connecting this score with the snake. For that, we are first gonna have to add an apple that the snake eats. Thankfully there's an apple here, and let's resize it to better size. Let's 20. That became too small, so let's go 40. That's fair enough. So we are also gonna add the when green flag clicked here, and then add the score variable here. So set change here, this option. Now you can see the color of the apple is red. So what we can do is go to the sensing block and add touching color, this one. Alright, so we can do it, and we have to add it in this snake in this block, this main tree. For that, we also have to bring on an if block. So here, if the color touches the snake color, do mind, you have to press here, then pick color, and make sure to pick this exact color, because if you try to select in the tray, it may not be the same color. Once it's done, we can place this one here, change it to score, and add it here. That would make us our score variable. You can see right now that the score, as long as the snake touches the apple, the score is rising, but that's not the correct part. For that, we're gonna have to add a code that automatically teleports the apple as soon as the snake hits it. So what we are gonna do is, we're gonna also put a forever block, then we are gonna put if block, and then we are gonna put go to random position, this block. And what is gonna be the condition? If the snake's color touches the apple, so that's going to be in the sensing block. Again, picking this option, placing it here, picking this one, and then picking the snake's color. And to be exact, let's do this green. That should do it. I have used the same shade all over the snake's body, so that should give it. I'm also gonna, so let's try this out. Alright, it's working fine. And you can see now the score is only rising by 1. Exactly how I need. Alright, we also have to reset the score variable every time we start a new game. So we are gonna go to, you're gonna place this set score to zeros and then set score to 0. So every time we start a new game, the score automatically sets to 0. That gives us 1, that gives us, okay, that did not give us, that gives us 2, that gives us 3, that gives us 4, that gives us 5. So this is working closer than that is intended. Lastly, every time the snake eats more, its tail is gonna be going longer. So what we are gonna be doing is, we come in the costumes tab, then we are gonna right click, duplicate, and you can see there are 2 pieces. Now we can add more of this. So I'm just gonna select this part of the snake, then copy, then paste, and then press it here. That's gonna give us the tail of the snake. Make sure it's aligned perfectly. That's right. Then I'm gonna duplicate it another one, and then I can put it here. You can see the changes happen in the actual snake. So we're gonna come back in the code and we are gonna put an if block here. Let's put it outside first. Then we are gonna check the score. If score, oh yeah, I have to first put a comparison operator. That is this one. If score is more than, alright, this is not the one. If, alright, we can put it if score is more than, or sorry, this is less than, so score is less than 5. We are gonna put this here and then set costume to costume 1. That's it. Then we are gonna duplicate it here, then add more blocks. If score is, we're gonna have to add more. So if it's between 5 and 10, the score is between 5 and 10, it's gonna go costume 2. So if score is less than, oh sorry, score is less than 10 but score is more than 5, there's another AND block here somewhere. Here we are gonna use, so it's gonna check both the cases. If it's more than 5 and less than 10, right, what happened? Yep. Then it's gonna, let's put it here. Here you can see the word. If it's more than 5 and less than 10, then we're gonna set costume 2. I'm gonna detach it once and duplicate it another time, put it here, and I'm gonna change the value here to 10 and 15, and we are gonna put, or we can just put if score is more than 15. If score is more than 10, then always set costume 3. That would take care of our business. So we are gonna add this block in forever block. That should be able to control the snake. Let's see. So that's 1. Every time the score hits 5, more than 5, our snake's gonna be big. I also have to put a reset counter where the snake is reset to the original costume. Maybe the code actually works. It's not 4. I can do another thing where I put a border. You can see the apple. You can see the apple spawn in random places outside the clay area. That's bad. So I'm gonna. Here you can see it happened 6, so more than 5, and the costume changed exactly what I needed. And once it's 10, it's gonna be. Once it's 10, it's gonna be again get bigger. We can add further improvements by adding a border here. So we are just gonna be. Should we? Let's add it as a sprite. That's the better option actually. So we're gonna come here, paint, and just put a different color. Let's go green here. Different colored border here. No, actually not. I don't need fill color. Fill color should be transparent, but actually the outline should be of the. Let's do green color because it's the. Also adjust the thickness a bit. Let's do 10 here. All right. That's here. So you're gonna check this position 36 and 28. We're gonna exactly set that position. We're gonna also gonna add that same block when green flag clicked and go to position XY. Go to position XY and 3600. So every time we click this, even if the screen has moved, every time we reset the game, it will be reset to the original position. All right. So I'm gonna add an another code. I'm gonna duplicate this one. Give this one here, and I'm gonna take the color this one, or I have to pick randomly exactly to take that exact shade. And every time the apple touches the green color, this green border is gonna again go to the random position. So let's see if the apple spawns in a random position outside the border, and then it randomly delivers. So now it may not be able to be captured, but it exists. You could see that it happened. Now we are gonna add the same block every time if color touching. So come to the if block, then sensing block. If this color touching the green color, let's color pick the color. So you can see I have added the if touching color block. Now every time the snake touches this game, we are gonna be doing game over. Here's the stop all button, and I've put it right below the move 3 steps and stop all. So every time the snake hits, it's gonna stop all, and then we are gonna go and do game. So we are gonna add another backdrop. So let's just add a red backdrop. Let's do fill color, this one here. Then where is it? Text. Let's write game over. Because I have taken the red color, it's not showing, but as soon as I do white or black, it's gonna be showing. So I'm gonna select this text. I'm gonna make it a little bigger, adjust it towards the screen, game over. Then I'm gonna be changing the script font style to pixel, and that's gonna be it. Now every time now back to the code. Every time this block of code hits, it's also gonna change the backdrop to backdrop 2. That's gonna give us our and we also, once a new game starts, we also have to change the backdrop to the first one. Switch to backdrop 1. That's gonna give us what we need. What is the wait? I think I've done a mistake. Let's go back. So this is backdrop 1, this is backdrop. Okay, I've done the reverse. This should be backdrop 2, this should be backdrop 1. Let's see. Yep, every time the 8 hits, it's gonna be reset and done. So now our complete sneak game has been written, and you can enjoy it with your friends and family.